What's up, guys? Truck and Biker. I had originally made a different intro for this, but I recorded it in the truck and the background noise was, I don't know, for some reason really loud in the intro and not in the actual video. I don't figure it out, but this gives me a chance to point out a couple of things. So I'm just gonna put a picture right here, and I'm gonna do it a couple of times in the video, just kind of pointing out the dangers of motorcycles around 18-wheelers. It's ridiculous. So this will probably also be the thumbnail for this video, but I wanted to explain it a little bit better. But this right here is, all these motorcycles are in the blind spots of an 18-wheeler. So that gives you any idea of what this video might be about. You guys keep watching. I drive an automatic. Most 18-wheelers are going over to automatic. But let's talk about why 18-wheelers and motorcycles don't mix, and why you shouldn't ride around them on the freeway. A lot of reasons. I wish I could show you while I'm driving, but there are very strict laws against me holding any kind of electronic device while driving. Right now I'm just trying to get out of a parking lot. But number one, the mirrors on 18-wheelers, we have gigantic blind spots. Even with blind spot remover mirrors all over the place. I've got two on the front of my hood that look down the sides of the truck to clear next to my doors that I can't see very well, right between the cab and the trailer, which is a huge, huge blind spot. And I've got the two large mirrors down the side, which basically just show me the lane next to me, and then the blind spot, big oval blind spot mirrors, but they even make cars look tiny, so they're just there to give me an idea of where people are in general. So it's actually extremely difficult sometimes to see motorcycles, especially ones of certain colors. Black is a little bit more difficult. Try to make it a little bit easier for you to see me, I guess. You're just gonna have to deal with the steering wheel, okay? Black is relatively difficult to see, and that fun gunship gray, battleship gray, whatever you want to call it. That's the new color everybody's putting on stuff. Any color in matte is difficult to see in a mirror, especially in foggy, misting, rain conditions and high traffic. So that's one of the reasons why 18-wheeler might come over on top of you. He just didn't see you. It's not that he's being an asshole. It's not that he's a shitty driver. And it could be those two things too. There are those people in the world. But if you're on a motorcycle, don't ride near 18-wheelers. Get around them as quickly as possible and move on with your life. Because trust me, the number one fear of being a truck driver is having a collision with another vehicle. It's an absolutely terrifying thought. But Jesus Christ, this traffic is never letting up. But the other thing is the tires on 18-wheelers. And I mentioned this in my motorcycles piss me off video. If they pop, they explode a lot of the times. And it's not due to the amount of pressure inside the tire. It's due to the amount of pressure being put on the tire, pushing down the weight of the trailer. That tread will peel right off of the tire. And it'll come off fast enough and hard enough, it could potentially cut you in half. Take your bike out from underneath you, bend your forks. They can do some serious damage. That's why I tell a lot of guys who ride motorcycles just to stay away from the 18-wheelers. You never know when those tires are going to go, because they will just go. There's no warning, there's no nothing. And they could be a brand new damn tire and still blow out. They're under a lot of stress all the time. So just keep that in mind when you're going around one. And I'm not telling you to be afraid of 18-wheelers. I'm just telling you these are the things that can happen. And they're really things that we think about as truck drivers. And being a trucker and a biker, it's things I think about whether I'm on the bike or I'm in the 18-wheeler. Like, if I get next to one, I just want to get around it. That's it. I mean, think about all the cars that come over on top of you just because they can't see you because they're too busy doing this. Unfortunately, there are 18-wheeler drivers who do the same shit. It's stupid. I don't know why you would do it. You're driving the most dangerous thing on the road to start with. Why make it that much more dangerous? It just makes no sense to me. But it's one of those things. Plus, there's so much other stuff that we have to keep track of while we're driving. And you probably notice, just looking at me right now, I'm constantly looking at mirrors. You never know when a car or something like that's going to come up next to you. One of my biggest fears is driving down the road and just literally having a car drift into me. I have a camera on my windshield that's constantly recording everything that I'm doing. So it's for my benefit and for other people's benefit. If I were to be doing something stupid and I get into an accident, the camera will tell. If I'm doing everything the way I'm supposed to be doing and you slam into me, I've got proof I wasn't doing anything stupid. So, you know, that's about the only time I ever liked the fact Big Brother's always watching. Wow. I really wish I had this thing mounted. This idiot just crossed 2 lanes of traffic, came across the V in the exit, damn near hit the barrier just to get in front of me to get on the damn tollway. But the other thing is riding in front and directly behind motorcycles. Or behind trucks. If you're directly behind us, we cannot see you. There's a reason there's that old saying, and some trucks do have the sticker on the back. If you can't see me in my mirror, I can't see you. And it couldn't be further from the truth. And I don't know where the myth of riding as close to an 18-wheeler as you can will help improve your gas mileage, because there's a lot of drag directly behind these things. It's one of the reasons we only get like 6 to 8 miles to the damn gallon. That's why you see some 18-wheelers with that big weird wing-looking box thing that comes off the back of the truck, and it's to dampen the drag caused by the wind flowing around the back so quickly. We've got a lot of drag between the trailer and the tractor. That's why we have the big cowl on the top and the side fairings and all that good noise, to keep that wind flowing from the tractor and as much of it going straight down the side of the trailer as possible. Plus, it helps guide the trailer a little bit better. It keeps the wind from causing it to snake. It's just one of those, if we can't see you, you can't, if you can't see me, I can't see you. And if some idiot in front of me were to slam on his brakes trying to get an insurance claim out of me, and I lock my brakes up, and you're that close to me, man, there's no way you're going to be able to stop. And I guarantee you, if you slam into the back of this truck, regardless of how fast you're going on a motorcycle, I'm not going to feel it. I will keep moving. That's like trying to move a boulder by throwing peas at it. And it's just not going to affect this truck at all. You know, your 700-pound or less, or just a little bit more motorcycle is not going to make the difference between a truck that unloaded weighs, what, 20,000 pounds? I mean, plus 20,000 pounds. I mean, you got some trucks running down the road that are tapping 80,000 pounds worth of load. Do you really think 700 pounds worth of motorcycle and your 185-pound ass on it is even going to make this truck flinch? You were gravely mistaken. And the reason for the big gap that we leave in front of us and the vehicle in front of us is not a courtesy to let other drivers and things over.
It's our safety cushion. So if we have to get on the brakes, our brakes are controlled by air, not hydraulic fluid. The only thing hydraulic fluid would do is heat up and explode in the lines because of how heavy these are and how much it takes to bring them to a stop. So if you see that gap, that is not an open invitation. That is so that we need to slam on our brakes. We can stop before hitting, hopefully stop before hitting the vehicle in front of us. If you're a motorcyclist in front of an 18-wheeler and you have to slam on your brakes because you cut us off and then the idiot in front of you that was in front of us has to slam on his brakes, you just became a two-wheeled sandwich. And I know that sounds horrible, because it is, and it's something I would hate to have on my conscience for the rest of my life. And any 18-wheeler driver, and I'm sure that H.H. Plymouth could agree with me. Dying Breed, I believe Goofy Bastard is also an 18-wheeler driver. We can all agree that that would be something that we would not want to live with. And if you have a camera and it shows you cut us off and we locked up our brakes, we did everything possible. So it's not worth it, man. Like, the wind shear around these trucks, you've all been on a motorcycle and been passed by an 18-wheeler, and you get sucked into it and pushed away from it as it goes by. Yeah. And if he's blocking the wind coming across, you don't know how bad the wind is going to be on the other side when you get around it. You're going to get hit with that wind shear and then the actual wind pushing you even harder. So it's just something to keep as a peace of mind. I've been asked by a few people to do a few more videos from the perspective of being a truck driver as well as a biker. And I thought this was a good topic. So if you guys like it, cool, thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. I don't give a shit. Interaction's interaction to me. Leave me a comment. I will answer every comment you guys put down below. I hope you guys like the video. Like, share, subscribe, whatever that bullshit is I'm supposed to say at the end of my YouTube videos. So I hope you guys ride safe. Please